Welcome to today's collective reading. This is TrinityGaiaOracle. For today's collective reading, I was called to use a new deck, one that I haven't used before, and this one is the Time Traveler's Oracle by Denise Lynn. Now, I had a bunch come out at once, and I was like, that's what I want to say. Oh, okay. So it came out in this order. Is 4, Boundaries, the Great Wall of China. Then we had 2, Activation, Humans Discovering Fire, Africa. So 4 and 2. And then we had 42, Truth, the Cherokee Talking Stick Tradition. 16, Freedom, 1963, I Have a Dream speech. And 43, Vast Vistas, Nomads, the Steppes of Mongolia. But this is basically a phrase or a sentence or a cohesive thought. There we go. A cohesive thought that's come through for you guys, which is you have set your boundaries. They're firm. They're rooted, which has allowed you to be activated and that you desire to co-create with, that you desire to manifest as well. And this is, your soul is very old, and that you're co-creating with in your spirit. Wow. They don't want me to talk right now. Whew, give me a sec here. There's definitely some energies that don't want me to talk about this. Your soul tribe is old. You are old. You are wise. You have many ancestors with you. That has allowed you to see the truth, and that there is great wisdom in listening as well as speaking, and not listening only to speak, but to actually hear. This brings freedom and understanding of one another, which leads to wide open spaces. But there is more than enough space for all of us. There is more than enough abundance for everyone. The perception of lack is an illusion. At the top of the deck, we have Reflection, number 35, Mount Shasta's Moon, California. At the bottom, number 23, Life Force Energy, the Maasai in Africa. And he's not touching the ground. He's elevated. And it's the reflection of that moon on the water below the mountain and the stars. And that is above is also that is going on below. It's all connected. We're all connected. And what came through further into the cards that I was called to pull, which there wasn't really any tarot for this reading for today. This is definitely about the individual quite a bit. Everything that's going on within you is going to be reflected back to you. As you move through this and you own this and you know it to be your truth, these are some specific personal guidance, nurturing synchronicities. This is like little drops of love for you, little pearls of wisdom. So we have the dragonfly may be a synchronicity for you, as well as sunflowers, wind and leaves and feeling the wind in your hair, the balance of the body, and the stars, and your inner child. When you are feeling good, know that you are allowing good in. If you listen to my previous reading, one of the ones I did in the last few days, when I am feeling good, I am allowing in good. If you're not feeling positive, you're feeling angry or frustrated or sad, open up to source. Allow that love to flow into you to help you to alchemize that, to cleanse it, to move it through you, to allow you to see it for what it truly is trying to tell you, and then allow it to change its shape, its form, its vibration. so you can move back into feeling good, so you can allow more good in. Know that as you're creating, as you're doing this, you're not taking from anybody else. You are inhibiting no one when you create your own reality. We each create our own reality. What others choose to create is their creation. It is not yours. You are not responsible for other people's decisions. They are. You are responsible for your responses, for your energy, for what you choose to do, for your choices. Know that your purpose in life is to be in a state of joy. We are all constantly seeking and desiring that. I just saw number 33. So this is a mastery. You're not always going to be able to remain in a state of constant bliss necessarily, but creating the environment for joy to be able to rise, cultivating that, working towards that. That is the purpose in life, is to experience joy. So creating that space is a practice, and it seems that you're calling in that mastery of that, or you're walking in it already. This is confirmation then. During this time, as the universe is kind of moving with you through this process, and you're creating that space within you to be able to experience joy. Number synchronicity 234. Steps, following, building. Next one up is 5. I'm getting the word balance within self. Union of your own receptive and assertive energy within you. The partnership within you, that harmony, that flow between both within yourself allows that you desire to be able to do the same. At this time, though, as you're doing this, to support that, you already know that you need to nurture your body, but this is possibly a confirmation for you that the efforts you have made to do so have not gone unnoticed. There seems to be, like, red and green is very prominent in this particular oracle card. There's been pain, there's been challenge, there's been inconsistency within the pain. But the side that is green, that is abundant, that is of love, is starting to make its way over to the side that is more red, is more physical, and possibly a little more angry or painful. You are balancing through everything that you have done with your body. And it can be kind of a juggling act at times, but that you have done so has and is being acknowledged. This is coming into reality within your own form, because you're willing to listen to your body and honor what it tells you it needs. And be authentic with yourself, especially that inner child within you. The inner child doesn't necessarily care so much about logic. The inner child is very feeling. It's where the magic sits. The purest, like they say that the individuals that are closest to the divine are children and the elderly, because they're one step into this world and soon to become a part of home again. They're closer to the veil. So the magic rests within that. And because you have honored this inner child through this process of healing yourself, you know who you are. You honored that. That is being acknowledged. And you own that you know. Like, this is a truth that even if you don't own this, know that you can, that it is true. That when you create through asserting what you authentically need, desire, want, to support joy being in your life, that you're inhibiting no one else in creating their own reality. if they choose to move in that way, that is their world they're creating. That is their view of their world. It is not anything you have created for them. So there's boundaries there, which was the first card that came through. 4, boundaries, Great Wall of China. There is a very definite boundary between that and you. That may have been something that really challenged quite a few of the people in the collective tuning in. When you identify as someone who's an empathic individual, someone who is highly attuned with compassion for others, you've become aware of that because you have the boundary. It's just reasserting that with yourself. Like, no, I'm not going to own that as my truth. And if you need to say that to yourself as you encounter these new situations and just firm up that, yeah, there is a boundary and no, you don't get to cross it. It's not permeable. You're not accepting anybody else's stuff through your wall just because they have to go through the checkpoint. And even then, they're vetted by divine. With creating space for joy, there is something that is unique to every single one of you that is tuning in, that you can easily tap into just the wonder and awe of existing. For quite a few people, it's just taking time to stare up at the sky in the middle of the night and just gaze at those stars, and that wonder that you're aware, you're this little light, this little consciousness in this vast existence. For others, it's looking into the eyes of your children, or to look back at where you've been and where you are and know everything that you've overcome, to know that magic is real, that the divine is with you, that you're not alone, that there's so much about this world you don't know. And if that is intimidating, own that. It's something you do feel, and allow the divine then to help you not feel so intimidated by it. Because by owning that that is something you feel, you're already manifesting the answer to help you move out of that space. So you feel empowered. Spending time with that part of you as much as you can. Finding that magic in little things throughout your day, every activity, every breath, every moment, however many ways in which you can invite that connection to all into your world, into your daily experience, is part of that foundation, and definitely a validation that you've achieved that activation, because you know that truth, that you are a unique facet, but you are part of all that is. And through that awareness, you've achieved freedom. You don't believe the lies that we're separate. That vast, wide open space. The divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.